Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we will be setting up for 3 different comebacks. So we'll be setting up for Monsta X, as you can see. They will be coming back. They will be having a comeback on January 9th, which is when I actually will be flying back from home, which is Puerto Rico, back over here to the States. So yeah, I will be waking up at like 4 in the morning to go to the airport, and this will be the first thing that I will be listening to that day. I am so excited for this comeback. But yeah, we're also going to set up for New Jeans with their comeback OMG, and then also Ateez with their spin-off comeback. So excited for all of these. I'm going to go through the templates of all of them, and then we'll proceed to put fillers away in my binder after I explain what I'm going to be collecting for each group. New Jeans, I'm not really going to be collecting. I'm just going to order one of their albums because I really want it, and I figured if I'm going to be filming a setting up my binder video, I might as well include them because I do need to make the fillers and I do need to put them away anyway. So we're going to start with Monsta X since they are in a separate binder. But yes, their comeback is called Reason. The track list was released a couple of days ago, and there is a song called Crescendo. Oh my gosh, I am so looking forward to that one in particular. Just the name of it sounds like it's going to be like an absolute, it just sounds so good already. Just by the title of it, it sounds like it's going to be something that's going to like build throughout the song, and it's going to be, I don't know, I'm already like imagining things. I'm just so excited for new Monsta X music. So yeah, let's get into it. They have 4 versions for their regular album, as per usual. That's what Monsta X typically does. It's become their norm. They haven't done anything different from that since like The Code, which was a couple years ago. So you can see everything that is included listed at the top, but I will be showing everything. So we have different covers for each version, obviously, as well as a photo book, lyric book, and the CDs. And then we have photo cards. So Monsta X does one random photo card that is version specific, and I very much appreciate that because it makes it so much easier to collect, because you know that you won't be pulling dupes. You know that the photo card that you will be pulling in that one album is specific to that version, and there are no chances of you getting dupes if you only buy one set of albums. So very excited about that, very happy about that because it makes it so much easier. So we'll be collecting all of Jooheon, so whoever I pull, I will be trading for Jooheon. There are unit cards, which they, again, typically do. They have 10 different photo cards, and you get 1 random in each album. I don't typically collect Jooheon's unit cards. If there are any ones that look really cute that I really want to get, then I do trade for those. But other than that, I'm not planning on storing any of them in my binder unless it's something that's really adorable that I really want to keep in my binder. But yeah, we're not going to set up for this because I don't typically collect unit photo cards. And then they have pre-order benefits. So they have a postcard and a 4-cut photo, and then the folded poster, which is different for each version. So for these 2, I will try to trade for Jooheon if I did not pull him. I will have 4 of each because there's 1 per album, and there are only 5 different types because there are only 5 members for this comeback. As per the last comeback or 2, Shownu's in the military, so he will not be participating. I am very happy though that Changkyun is participating. will be part of this comeback. So happy for that. I know that a lot of people were like questioning if he would or not because he did sign with a different record label, but their statement has held true from the beginning. He and Starship said that he will be participating in Monsta X's group activities, and I'm very happy that he will be in this album. So we'll have 4 of each of these. If I don't pull Jooheon, then I will trade for him, but other than that, I'm just gonna keep what I pull. Yeah, so that is it for the regular album. They do have a jewel case version, so a lot of groups are doing this now. They're doing member-specific digipacks and jewel cases, and so Monsta X did that with Shape of Love, and I can't remember if they did it with No Limit. I can't remember if they did it with No Limit or not. I don't think they did, question mark, but I know they did it with Shape of Love, so they're doing it again. I have already ordered their full set of albums, but I did not order this. I haven't ordered this one yet because I ordered them on K-Town For You, and they do random jewel cases, and I do not want to go through the trouble of trading for Juhan if I don't pull his jewel case. So I'm just gonna buy his soon, probably in these next couple of days. Just in one of the US K-pop stores online, because most of them you can choose which version you want. So I will be buying Juhan's soon, but that means that I will be collecting his photo card for the jewel case. So that puts us at 5 photo cards so far for Juhan. And then the mini folded poster is random as well. If I don't pull him, I will likely not be trading for him because these kinds of items don't really fit in binders. And even if they did, they're just harder to trade because they're so flimsy and they're bigger. So it's just a hassle to trade. So I probably won't trade for Juhan if I don't pull him, but I will be trading for his photo card if I don't pull him. And then we have a cassette tape version. So SM recently released these smart like mini clips for Red Velvet and NCT, and I don't know what other groups may have had them as well. I only know of NCT because I have a couple of friends who really like NCT, and then I follow Red Velvet pretty closely, so I got their version as well. But I called it the hit clips because that's what it reminds me of. I have a feeling that this cassette tape thing is like Starship's version of doing like these more, I don't know, I feel like these companies are trying to switch things up. I know that Key also had like a cassette tape version and a VHS version of his latest comeback for his album. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. I kind of like it personally. I think these kinds of little things like this little cassette tape, is it functional for me? No. Like, I'm not going to be listening to a cassette tape. I don't have anything to play it on, but I still think it's really cool. I'm a sucker for these kinds of like older nostalgic things, and I just think it'll be really nice to have on my shelf and to display. So I do plan on getting it. I am buying into the gimmick, but it is what it is. All for Juhan, right? So we have the booklet, we have the actual cassette tape, and then there is a random photo card. So I will be collecting Juhan for this photo card as well. And last but not least, there is a Kino. I will not be getting the Kino. Personally, I'm just tired of random photo cards in Kinos. The only person that I will be going through the trouble of buying Kinos upon release is for Scoops, because I collect him fully and he's my ult of all ults. So that is the only person I will be doing this for. I have recently bought 2 Juhan Kinos, 2 of his older Kinos, and I have just found them for a pretty decent price. And if I find this one at some point later down the line for a good price and it's a really cute photo card that I want to have in my collection, then I will get it. But I'm not going to bother with doing that right now because Kinos are more expensive than albums, and because of that, the price of the photo cards is higher and they are harder to trade because less people buy the Kinos. So if I find it, good. If not, then I'm not going to stress about it. But I did want to show it because it is one of the album versions for this comeback. So you have the package, the Kino, the title and the credits card. You have a postcard, and then their photo card, which are not photo cards. These are postcard size, and then the random actual photo card. That is, yeah, random 1 out of 5. So that is it for Monsta X. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my binder, and we're gonna put away the filler so you can see how I'm gonna set up the page. Okay, so here is my binder. I think I've talked about this like way too much, but if you've watched any of my older videos, then you may know that I love 7-card layouts. I feel like they just, I don't know, something about it I just really enjoy. So that's kind of what I'm going to be doing for this, which means that currently there are 6 photo cards that I intend on collecting, and since I'm not getting the Kino, but what I'm going to do is that I'm going to probably find one of his pre-order benefits. So yeah, I kind of have been doing that. I've been just getting his pre-order benefits for some of the comebacks, just one, whichever I like the most. Like I got this one for No Limit, but then I ended up finding his Kino, so I put the Kino in the middle. For One of a Kind, I did not get his Kino, so I just got a pre-order benefit to put it in the middle. Yeah, Fatal Love didn't have, at least I'm not very aware of any of the pre-order benefits, but I did find his Kino finally, so that will be going in the middle. I'm lying, there's like literally 2 right here, but K-Time For You had a pre-order benefit and Sub K-Shop. So yeah, that's kind of what I've been doing. I've just been getting like 1 or 2 for each comeback. I had one for Shape of Love, I believe. That might be back here. I may be selling it. I don't think I'm keeping it anymore, but that's kind of the intention right now. So that means that I will have his version 1 at the top and his version 2. Then I'll have the jewel case, a random pre-order benefit. It's gonna go in the middle because their pre-order benefits, unless it's from Starship Square, it is not the same size as their photo cards. And then the cassette tape version. And then I'm going to put the last 2 versions at the bottom. That's kind of how I've always set it up. 4 versions here, and then this is like jewel case, K-Time For You pre-order benefit, and special photo card, like special limited album photo card. So that's the standard layout that I have for Junhan, and I'm gonna keep it. So that is this page, and I am going to switch this around because I like for the fillers to alternate, just so that the weight of the photo card, since these are thicker than these, so that the pages don't bend as much and they sit straighter on each other. So yeah, that is that. So yeah, let's go and look at the inclusions for New Jeans and Ateez. Let's start with New Jeans, since it's pretty straightforward. I will only be getting 1 version of this album, but this album is titled OMG, and so it seems like this is going to be the standard setup for New Jeans' albums, because this is how the first album was as well. They do 1 version per member plus a group version, and so all the inclusions are specific to that version. So I think all of these will likely be Minji photo cards, or like postcards, message cards, whatever they're calling them. I could be wrong. Maybe they are mixed in with some of the other members. I don't know. Seems like maybe at the end there are some that are similar. I have no idea how this is going to be set up, but I am planning on getting the New Jeans version, so I have all of the members. So we have that, and then the photo book is member specific as well. You have the lyric book, CD plates, which are also member specific, and then the photo cards. So for the photo cards, I will be getting the New Jeans version, meaning that I will get 1 photo card per member. And what I meant when I said earlier that this seems to be kind of the layout for all of New Jeans' album, is that for their debut they did the same thing, where if you bought Honey's version of her album, then you got 5 Honey photo cards. So you get a photo card set specific to the member that album version is for. So I will have 1 of each member, and then you have stickers, and that is it. So super straightforward. I'm just gonna set up for those 5 members, and that's it for New Jeans. Let's talk about Ateez, because there's a lot to talk about. Bear with me as I explain this, because there's a lot to explain here. So Ateez is going to have a single album, and it's kind of crazy to think that they have all this stuff for just a single album, but I am so excited for this because it's calling back to their roots. It's calling back to Hala Hala, and that is what got me into Ateez. And I watched the music video, their second music video teaser Oh my gosh. It just sounds so good. So, so, so good. I love that they're kind of calling back to their roots, and I'm so, so, so excited for that. So they have 2 regular albums and a limited version. So they typically do this. They have an A version and a Z version. So for the A version, all of the inclusions are specific to it. This time around though, the A and the Z versions, they're kind of just like the regular album versions, but they have a QR code. So instead of an actual CD, they have like a miniature CD that doesn't actually have music on it. I think it's just for show. And then they have a QR code photo card that you scan to get the music. So the QR code is member specific. So that will be random 1 out of 8. And then you have the fave card. I don't know what that means, but there is a fave card and there is 1 random out of 8. So those will be member specific as well. And then you have 2 regular photo cards. I don't know if you will get 1 from each set or if you will get 2 random ones. We'll see how that ends up being, but yes, you have 2 photo cards for the A version and 2 photo cards for the Z version as well. And then you have stickers and the miniature CD that does not have music on it. It's just a tiny little CD. And then we can ignore that because that's not going to happen, but Ateez typically does for their first press album include like, I don't know how many Polaroids they do, if it's like 1 per member. I know that Twice has done that in the past, and it's been like they have 100 Polaroids are assigned, and or like special Polaroids are randomly put into like random albums, and yeah, there's like 100 out of all the ones that they make. So that's kind of the same concept. So there, yeah, we're not going to pull that, so we don't need to look at that. So then for the Z version, it's the same exact thing. It's just a different concept. So the QR is going to be different. The fave card is going to be a different set, and the 2 photo cards are also going to be from 2 different sets. So I still haven't decided what I'm going to do. I know I'm going to get these 2 albums, but I don't know if I'm going to just get all of Hongjoong's photo cards, or if I'm just going to get 1 of his photo cards and 1 from a different member. Maybe Minky, maybe Songhwa. I don't know yet. So yeah. And then the sticker and the mini CD. So that is it for the regular version. Then we have their limited version, which is called the Witness version. And there's a lot to explain here. So this can be, the best way I can explain this is that this is kind of like the base model for their limited version. If you buy the Korean version, this is what you're going to get, everything that is here. So it's called the Witness version, and you have the outer box, the photo booklet. So this one actually does have a photo book, a bookmark, which is actually really cute, an actual CD. So this is going to be the only version that has an actual CD in it. And then you have you get 3 random photo cards, and there are 3 different photo card sets. So yeah, 3 photo cards here, and then a sticker set and a photo poster. This is very similar to all of their other comebacks. Like this is kind of their trademark inclusions and everything for their albums. So there are 3 photo cards here, and yeah, after this we start getting into different versions of this version, if that makes sense. So there are a lot of different stores that will be having store specific versions. For example, we have the Sun version and the Torn version. The Sun version is only available in Barnes & Noble. And what this is that it's the same exact Witness version, all the same inclusions, same photo cards, same sets, everything's the exact same, except that they have an extra photo card in there that they're calling the Sun version. I adore this. I wish I could collect OT8 for this because they're all wearing sunglasses, and oh my gosh, I love, 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 love this. So aside from this, you also get a US exclusive photo card that will come in every single US album. You have to be careful when you go to Barnes & Noble because I think Barnes & Noble also sells the Korean version, which does not have the Sun version album or the US exclusive. So be very aware of this. they call the album the Sun version in Barnes & Noble. So that's one example. Another example is Target. Target has a version that's specific to Target alone. You will only find it in Target, and theirs is called the Torn version. So same concept as the Barnes & Noble one, but it's a different set of photo cards. However, Target, because it's a US store, will also have the US exclusive. So any US store will have the US exclusive if it counts as one of the like participating stores. And in addition to that, some of them will have specific sets that specific photo cards are specific to that store. Hello 82, I believe, has a set that is specific to them as well, and it's called the Jewelry set. And I think they're all wearing ring pops by what I can tell from the previews. So we have those, and then last but not least, we have the glass version. So the glass version is, like it says here, at select US K-pop stores only. I have a store nearby me called Opang. They will be participating in this, so their limited albums will be the glass version. So, having said all of this, I am intending to buy one of each regular album, so an A version and a Z version, and then 3 of the limited. One from Opang to get the glass version, and also just to support a local K-pop store. It's the only K-pop store near me. For the longest time I was going to FYE, and they're ridiculously overpriced. And it was out of the way. So this is a store that's closer to me. I am so happy that there's an actual K-pop store that will have albums that are much harder for me to get if I'm not buying them online. So really want to support them, so I will be trying to get a glass version from them. It's first come, first serve. I will be there the moment the store opens to try and get this. But before going to Opang, I will be going to Target to get, I don't know if Target has the regular albums, but I'm going to see if they do. And if they do, then I'll get them there. If not, then it is what it is. After that, I'll be going to Barnes & Noble because I do want to get the Sun version because I love this set too much to not get it. So I do plan on going to 2 different Barnes & Nobles to increase the chances of not pulling any dupes and getting different members. So there are 2 that are pretty close to me, so I'll be going to one first, and then I will be going to the other one, and hopefully both of them have the Sun version. But that means that I will be getting 5 albums total, which amounts to 23 photo cards, because all of the limited versions will be the US version, so there will be the US exclusive in all 3 of those as well. Hopefully that made sense, and I'm sorry that I talk so much, but it's just, there are so many different specific things that hopefully I explained that well. Let's grab my binder, and hopefully it'll help you understand a little bit more if I didn't explain that too clearly when I put away the fillers. Let's go ahead and put away New Jeans first. So we are going to skip forward right here. So I do have Honey's album. I got it for Christmas. And I talked about this in my storing photo cards video, but I don't know which video is going to go up first. So if you see this will be in my storing photo cards video. But my sister got me New Jeans' album for Christmas along with Chan's albums. And she bought them on K-Town for You, so it was going to be random. But she had asked me like if I could choose a version, what I would choose. And I said, if I can choose Honey, but honestly, I'm fine with random because I don't know New Jeans that well yet. So I don't really have a bias, but I don't know. Saw previews, saw people's unboxings, and I really liked hers. So yeah. And then I get the order, I open it, and I pulled Honey, which is crazy because I did not think I would, but yeah, it was random and I ended up pulling the one that I wanted. So at some point I might try to merge these 2 pages just to not have so many different pages. If I can merge them, since I do have 5 photo cards of Honey, I might just put one in the back and do the other 5 up front from the new album, but for now I'll put them on separate pages. So we start with Minji, and then Honey, Danielle, Heading and Yang. So that will be this page. And now let's move back to Ateez. And I will need 3 pages for this. Right, so for the first page, we'll have a filler up here. And one down here. So we're gonna start off with the regular album. So I'll have the A version at the top and the Z version at the bottom. Like I said, I still haven't decided what I'm going to collect, if I'm just gonna do all 4 of Hongjoong's photo cards for these 2 versions, or if I'm gonna do 1 Hongjoong and 1 Mingi, or 1 Hongjoong and 1 Songhwa, or do 2 Hongjoongs and 1 of each for Mingi and Songhwa. I have no idea. So we're just gonna keep it random for now, or like general for now, until I decide. And see all the photo card previews. I am so excited. This comeback is tomorrow. And I originally was not supposed to be here. I was supposed to be flying back home to Puerto Rico for vacation and to visit my family for the holidays today. And it got canceled because Southwest, but it's all good. I found another flight. We'll be leaving on the 31st, and that gives me the opportunity to hunt for albums tomorrow. So in the middle, I'm going to put the 2 sun versions and then the 1 glass version. I am seriously so excited for the sun version. If I could collect OTA, I would, but I do not need to be buying 8 limited albums. I'm limiting myself to 3, I guess, because I really want to get the glass version to support Opang. Next page will be all the limited version photo cards, since you get 3 per album, and I'll be buying 3 albums. I will likely be collecting Hongjoong, Songhwa, and Mingi, since there are 3 sets. So we'll have Hongjoong here, and I'll rearrange these if I think it makes sense to put them in a different order. But for now, we're putting them in age order, or I guess leader and then age. So Hongjoong, Songhwa, and Mingi. So that's for the first set, and then for the second set. And lastly, for the third set. So that'll be this page. I think this is gonna look really nice because it'll be the first time, well, aside from 17, that I'll be doing like a 3-member layout for a full version. Anyway, looking forward to that one. And then last page, we'll put the fillers here. And then we'll have the fave version, whatever that means. We'll have the QR, and then I will have 3 US exclusive photo cards, so I'll just put those in the middle. And yeah, that is it. So a lot to collect for Ateez, but I'm honestly so freaking excited for this comeback that I'm just, yeah, I'm pumped. Very, very, very much. And I'm so excited to do some album hunting tomorrow, because it's been a while since I've done that locally. So yeah, very much looking forward to this. If I'm gonna try and edit this video and post it today so that it makes sense. If I do find all of the albums tomorrow, I will likely film an unboxing for them, since I'll have them all. So yeah, hopefully I'm able to post this today so that I can post a video tomorrow and have it make sense. But yeah, anyway, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.
우리 똥철이 볼빵빵했죠?